Hey guys, Ulysses here with J.cole, and today we're gonna focus on the RS Dreamer 2, the second release of the Puma x J.cole collaboration. However, being that there's so many reviews of the shoes on YouTube, what I wanted to do is more or less focus on a question. Is it a signature shoe? Does it fit its purpose? Well, let's get into it. First things first, let's talk a little bit about the RS Dreamers 2. And why am I talking about the second one instead of the first one? We'll get there. The Puma Dreamer 2 is based off of Cole's 2014 Forest Hills Drive album, specifically the song January 28th. The inspiration behind the shoe, to quote Puma, is that athletes and dreamers can achieve their highest potential and desires. From the kid fighting to make their team with hopes to be the next rising star, to the aging veteran who's told their time is past, dreamers have the power to move the world forward. A word that encapsulates his career so well, dreamer. I mean, this is the dude who went from having Jay-Z's team box him out to having Jay perform with him in his own hometown. I love the messaging, I love the branding. However, man, I don't love the execution. Let me explain. On first glance, I didn't really like these, man. I love the color, but initially I didn't like the complexity of it. And granted, the shoe has grown on me since purchasing it, but I still don't see the correlation between Forest Hills Drive and the sneaker, or even J.cole and the sneaker. Now granted, I'm a rookie when it comes to sneakers, so I just thought I didn't get it. Because people overall really liked this shoe when it came out a year earlier, but now a year later, is it a signature shoe? Are these a signature J.cole shoe? And in my opinion, no. Like me, you probably bought these because you're a fan of Cole, and as a fan you thought of him having his own signature a dope thing, especially since he can actually ball. However, I can't help but feel like these are just a colorway with a logo slapped on them, as opposed to a actual signature shoe. No disrespect to Puma at all, it's just when I'm looking at other signature shoes, there's a distinct look that personifies the artist or athlete that they're trying to capture. Yeezys look like Kanye. Everything from its unique silhouette to its versatility. Cactus Jack embodies Travis Scott's unorthodox style, and OVO sneakers look like Drake. Simple yet refined to a T. But however, when I look at the RS Dreamers, sneakers don't really scream Forest Hills Drive to me. I mean, yeah, there's that promotional shot of him recreating the album, but as far as a connection, I don't get it. I love the idea behind the shoe being inspired by a song or an album, but I feel that Puma really missed an opportunity here. Check it. If you wanted to use an album as the inspiration behind this shoe, I would say the closest album resembling this shoe would probably have to be Born Sinner. Now you might say, oh, because of the yellow and black motif, but I'll dig in deeper. Born Sinner was a transitional album for Cole, at least in my interpretation. It was after Sideline Stories, but before Forest Hills Drive. In Born Sinner, Cole gives us a peek into his experiences in the music industry, a peek into the belly of the beast, so to speak. Tracks like Let Nas Down and Chain and Day foreshadow a reawakening in Cole, something that's especially prevalent in the trajectory of his career. But other tracks like Crooked Smile and Power Trip show us his understanding of how the charts work without having to compromise too much of his sound, something that Silent Story was criticized for. That being said, I would argue that Born Sinner is the album that gave Cole a lifeline. Now wait. A lifeline in terms of garnering the attention of the general masses and the industry as a whole. Born Sinner was a blend between old Cole and new Cole. Now match that with how Puma tends to combine old retro patterns with new tech and materials. Both brands have diverse collaborations, they both carry a distinct tone in the marketplace, and more importantly, both have elevated their commercial appeal. And although some might say that they're playing catch up to their competitors, they're far more focused on staying loyal to their brand and what's currently trending, thus building a more loyal fan base. I do understand that design isn't always meant to be so obvious, but I wish I knew more about the production behind this design, behind the shoe. Maybe then I could see it better. Granted, I also feel that my inexperience with sneakers might lend to this ignorance, but if you look at the original RS Dreamer, it has the same issue. Both look like they were already in the RS line, and they just gave Cole a colorway. Now imagine if instead they focused the first shoe on the first album, used the colors and themes from Sideline Stories, and place them on the sneaker. If executed correctly, which is easier said than done, I know they could have done something really new here and guaranteed more sales upon release of future album-based sneakers. Instead, what we got was uninspired colorways. Look, I'm not trying to disparage Puma like I said, or hate on them by no means. Who knows what goes on behind the scenes with artists, labels, copyright, all that jazz. Shit, I love Puma for how they are as a company. I mean, they treat their customers right. I love that they're experimental. It's refreshing that they don't have these shitty policies with limited releases. And I love how versatile they are. It's no wonder they're on the come up, but imagine if they went a different direction with these. They would have added serious heat to their already growing arsenal and probably attracted more talent with that. But to sum it all up, in my opinion, it's hard to call these a signature shoe and not just a sneaker with a name attached to it. Overall, I like these for what they are, comfortable basketball sneakers, but I don't like them for what they're supposed to be. The shoe was fit into the story as opposed to the shoe telling the story. Anyways, these are my thoughts on the RS Dreamers. Let me know if you thought the same. Maybe I'm crazy wrong and I missed something. I mean, would you call these a signature shoe? What do you think about the look and the feel? Comment below. And just as an overview, for this season's theme, I wanted to shine a spotlight on artists' collaboration, specifically pieces that stood out to me, good or bad. But if you have any in mind, feel free to leave a comment and I'd love to tackle them one day. For more content, feel free to like and subscribe. This is Ulysses with J.cole signing out. Take care, y'all.
We've only just begun.